All right, let's get our retail therapy in. It is Brendan, the channel's Dad Planet. I am the one-man show. I think there's a couple of items in this video that I did thrift that you may have never seen before. Stay tuned. These are always one of my favorite types of Bolos. These thermostats that come brand new in the package, they seem to turn up frequently, and I have to tell you, you have to check each one of them. This happens to be one that is a Bolo, and this is just dumb luck. It's just sitting right there. Somebody had clearly picked it up and put it down. They only want $7 for it. It is going to be listed for probably $50. There's 5 listed using the UPC code, but 27 have sold in the last 90 days. There's something about that particular model that makes it valuable. So I'm definitely going to hold on to that. Like I said, there's a lot of items that kind of hide in plain sight. That's one of them. They seem to turn up more often than they do not. I think it's fairly priced at $7, and I'll turn around and list it for $50, and I assume that it's going to sell in the $40 to $50 range. So those must not be very easy to find, and they're still very much in demand. So that's great there. Look at a couple of other items on these end caps that are brand new, and not much value in the barbecue, whatever that was there. And I always check down here looking at toiletries. A lot of this area surprises me. I can find little bits and pieces of items that have good value tucked away underneath there too. Anytime I see, I don't know how to pronounce it, Zojirushi. Anytime I see this brand, I definitely look it up now. They have this marked at $19.99, so I have a feeling that it was just kind of sat there because of how high it was priced. But it's an electronic skillet, and it looks like it is brand new in an open box. So I'm going to take a chance on this because I like the sell-through rate on these as well, and I like sold prices on these. So I'm going to list them. I'm going to list this one for $90. I think that's probably where it's going to sell quickest. It will put me in a good position to sort of out position the comparables that are currently on there, and the recent solds fall into that price range as well. This is a case where maybe I just got lazy and didn't look up that sewing machine. They had it marked at $50. I really wasn't interested in trying to pieces and parts the thing together and make sure that it worked, and those things kind of take time. $50. And if it was $200, that might have been a mistake, but I'll do that oftentimes where I'm just not in the mood to test. So I move on. Looking at some of the hair curlers here, anything else that I may not have noticed from the previous day, and I'll move on. This looks like this was misplaced. It's definitely a Bolo, these little water flossers here. They want $25 for this one though. I forgot if it was actually like brand new open box or if it was pre-owned, but if you can find those brand new, those are great sellers. But I think $22 or $25 is just a little too rich for my blood, so I'm going to move on. And I have a feeling somebody had that in their cart, noticed that, and then just left it there because you can see it's kind of out of place when we're in the seasonal area here. Always diamonds in the rough. I did find a Radco ornament recently sitting on the shelf here that was in mint condition, brand new with the tag still attached. So I always check, but I don't notice anything there. So let's move over to the carts, see if I can't find anything interesting here. There's a trinket box inside that bag of Funko, and there looked like there were some Lego in there. I tried to comp it. No real good comps on that. They wanted $20 for that bag, so passed up on that. Passed up on 1984 George Orwell. Some damage to the teapot there, which was pretty ornate and looked pretty nice. But this here, this is surprising. So this is a Dom. It is like a white noise machine to help you sleep at night. They want $5 for it. The list to sell ratio for the last 90 days is like 150 to 150. And so while I don't think I can get any more than 25 for it, I'm still going to list it because the sell-through rate is phenomenal. So if you see that and you can get it at a good price, pick it up. That's a bona fide Bolo. This one here, I'm amazed that A, there was Lego on the shelf, and then B, all of these Advent pieces are still brand new in the box. This won't be any more than a $20 sale, and it's marked $3.99 as you can see right there on the box. I'm still going to pick it up, partly because I can't believe there's like a brand new in an open box Lego there. Unfortunately, I have to sell it with the box because that's an Advent calendar, and so I think you need the box there, so they're going to have to pay up a little bit on shipping. So $15 to $20 on that, but it will sell. I'm not exactly sure when it will. Maybe I'll have to wait a little bit longer and wait till the holiday season comes up because it's not the fastest seller, but it will sell. So I'm going to pick that up here. And then I'm also going to take this very interesting Alessi. I think this is a Michael Graves mug, and I'm going to show you, I have another piece to it in my cart here. I have a plate. I think it was like a set of 3. And so the style for this is Proust, P-R-O-U-S-T. So you can see the double handle mug. It's got like a twisted handle on each side. There are no sold comparables for this style that I could see in the last year or two, but some of those Michael Graves and these Alessi mugs sell for a ton. If you find the stainless steel ones with the handle and the glass, those sell for a high dollar amount. There's another style, a circus style of theirs that sells for a high dollar amount. So just based on that, I'm going to chance that, and I think each piece is going to cost me 99 cents, so it's relatively inexpensive to take a shot at it. And I'm going to list that for $50. I think that because of the nature of how hard that is to find in the wild, I think I can command that price just based on some of the comparables that I see selling in that brand. So very bread and butter pickup here. Again, these are probably going to be $25. Carhartt Relaxed Fit. I'm buying this strictly because it is the brand, and we have spring and summer coming up. There's nothing really special about this as a Bolo, so this is just strictly a brand pickup for me. Again, $25. I think they're going to cost me $5. They were a men's size 38, but Carhartt is smoking hot right now, so guaranteed sale for me at some point between $20 and $25. So I'm going to grab those, and let's just make sure I didn't miss anything on the end of this rack here before we move on. Doesn't look like there is anything going on there. I'm doing this strictly for you folks, where I'm going to go through the dresses because this is an area that I don't look at often. So we're going to check some out. I don't pick any up. I could have picked up this, like, you know, all phases of the moon here. It's like a suspender dress or skirt, something like that from Hot Topic. I passed on that. I didn't really see any good comparable solds on that. So we're really just kind of looking to see if there's anything that you recognize that I may have missed. I mean, some of the, you know, J. Crew's, Old Navies of the world, like, we know that's probably a pass. I think that was Max Studios, so we're going to pass on that as well. But there's money here, and I know it, but I frequently pass it up because it's not necessarily intimidating. It's just I don't know enough about a lot of the women's brands, so I just kind of go with what I know sometimes. But a little bit of a learning experience here to try to see if we can't come up with something that looks a little bit more unique. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything in just like spot checking that portion of the dresses, but I'll try to go through them a little bit more each and every time because I do want to feature one eventually in a video. So went over to the cart. So this is amazing. So this is like a UK brand here. I forget what the name of it is. Is it Surefeed? You might be able to see it right here. Yeah, Surefeed. It's just like a pet bowl. It's like automatic, and I don't know exactly how it works. At any rate, these are harder to get in the US than they are in the UK, but there's a couple of pre-owned solds in the $50 range. I see some brand new in the $100 range. So I think I have a $50 pet bowl on my hands, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I'm going to end up listing that for. This here, I threw it in my cart. Pet kit. This is actually a pet water fountain. There was no value in this item here, but that Surefeed pet bowl, what an interesting find. I feel like pets, purchasing items for your dogs, your cats, that's an evergreen niche. It's popular every day of the year, 365 days. You know how that goes. That's what an evergreen niche is. It's like it's not a seasonal thing. It's just popular every single day. And so that falls into that category. So I'll grab it, and maybe I'll be $50 richer when the thing sells. So cute little gnome right here. I don't remember if there was anything else that I grabbed off of this. But for a quick trip, I kind of like a lot of the things that I have. Some fast sellers, some long tail. Ohio weather is so silly. So it's March, it was like 72 degrees a couple of days ago. Now, major flurries here. So I'm gonna put this stuff in my car. I'm gonna go pick up a piece from Marketplace that I'm gonna end up reselling. I'm gonna pay $30 for it. I'll actually get this stuff in the car right now, and I'll show you what I just picked up. All right, here's my pickup here. This is it's two pieces, and the brand is Le Creuset. So the first piece is this grill pan here. The number is 26. Let me flip this over. It actually looks really nice on the opposite side. There's the 26, and you can see it's like their signature orange color. It probably needs to be cleaned up a little bit right here and right here, not to mention inside. And then we have the, is this the griddle top? I forget what you call this piece, but together, when we're running comparables, I see both of these pieces selling together in the $125 range. So that's probably where I'll end up listing this at. And so for $30, it was pretty great value. And I could definitely sell them separate, although I'm not sure if I could get the exact same value, 125 out of both pieces. I think I didn't research it enough, but both pieces together for $125 I think is fair, especially since having paid $30. So that was a nice pickup. All right, it's the following day, and I got a question in the comments that I wanted to answer, and this is from Chris. And Chris was asking how many drafts I like to keep at a time, how many days a week do I work on drafts, and do I release a set amount per day? I really don't focus on anything on a daily basis or even a weekly basis. I strictly measure things on a monthly basis, and I don't think I've ever veered from that strategy. So, for example, right now I have about 1,530 listings or so, and my goal for the rest of the month to get to April 1st is to be at 1,600 if I can, or as close to 1,600 as humanly possible, with as erratic as my schedule can be. I can't make a set schedule. I have to work around everybody else's first, then I set mine in, and then we get things done. So I don't measure anything on a daily basis, and it's not because of the way I schedule my work days and my work weeks. It's just, I don't think that that is a helpful way to measure anything. So I look only at what my cost of goods was for the entire month. I look only at how many drafts or how many actual listings I got done in an entire month, and then I go from there. So really all I'm working on as on a month-to-month basis is what does my growth look like, and I'm really trying to focus on my active listings growth. And I think by doing that, and my strategy's been kind of proven at this point, right? Very high average sales price. I don't ship a ton out per day. I sell a lot of a variety of items, and that has worked for me for years. So I'm not likely to change this strategy. So I'm just really focused on active listings growth, and I don't even really keep drafts. I just draft them up, do my comparable research, get the images done, and then pump out the actual listing when it's ready to go. So I only measure on a monthly basis. I don't really keep anything in the queue, so to speak. I just get it done when I can get it done, and I'm focused on growing my active listings on a month-to-month basis. So I hope that helps at least a little bit explain how I handle things from a draft perspective. All right, so I spent $77 for everything you saw in today's video, and that includes the Lake Crusade pickup from Facebook Marketplace, and my total listed value comes to $430. Another successful trip out to the stores and a great pickup on Marketplace. You don't see that too often. Brendan here, Dad Planet, the One Man Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.